Police made an arrest in the carjacking of an elected official and may have uncovered a connection to another violent crime. 7 News Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell's been covering this story since it began last week. He is live in Upper Marlboro now. So, Brad, what did police find?
Yeah, well, all of this has to do with the gun that was found on the suspect, linking him both to the carjacking and to this prior shooting. There was a bond review hearing today. The suspect was ordered held without bond. It was actually presided over by a judge from another county because the victim in this case is so well known. Mahassan El Amin is clerk of the circuit court for Prince George's County. She was elected by voters county-wide. And as you can tell by the signs posted around the area, she is running for re-election to a third term. It's her job to keep court records straight. It's a big job, an important job, but none of that protected her from becoming a victim of a carjacking last Thursday, a story she shared with us Friday.
It's the most scariest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. It was so quick, just like that, and all the thoughts, like I'm literally going to die.
What we didn't know as we spoke Friday afternoon was that police had just spotted her white 2014 Lexus. There was a chase, a crash, a foot pursuit, and then the arrest of 18-year-old Kyrie Hicks of Bowie. Police say he had this gun with a wiped-out serial number. El Amin says she's grateful and relieved.
I'm glad that this dangerous guy, is off the streets. It's one less person that we have to worry about. The county is safer because he's off the streets.
But the story doesn't end there because that gun, according to police, has been linked to a prior shooting. And Hicks is now the suspect in that case as well.
We're very excited to get this person off the street because when you see someone doing irrational behavior like that, you shoot someone, you carjack someone, that's pretty erratic for us.
For El Amin, the reality that her alleged carjacker may have been willing and ready to pull the trigger, well, it's chilling.
It shocked me to my core. I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful to God because I thought I was going to die. And the fact that my life was spared and that I'm a living testament that I'm able to tell the people to be safe and be vigilant.
Yeah, so be vigilant. So now we talked about this when we first broke this story the other day. The number of carjackings in the county is way, way down. We're on pace to have about 61 this year. 2023, there were more than 500 for the year in Prince George's County. But what El Amin says, look, is these things are still happening. You can't let your guard down. And it was important to her, she said, to speak out about it. Scott?
Yeah, courageous from her as well. And Brad, that carjacking obviously was a serious crime, but what have you learned about that attempted murder charge, since that's another really big headline here?
Yeah, it is a big headline, and that's one of the reasons that El Amin is so terrified now, because it's an indication that this guy might have pulled the trigger on her as well if she did something wrong. So look, this prior case happened on April 10th, a convenience store along Martin Luther King Boulevard. I've read all the charging documents in this case. So supposedly there was an altercation between Hicks, the suspect in this case, and another person, where Hicks pulled out a gun and fired one shot. It went through the victim's neck. Now, he was in critical condition. He is alive. His mother appeared today here in court asking that Hicks be held because she said her son is actually now paralyzed from the neck down. In Upper Marlboro, Brad Bell, 7 News.
Brad, chilling stuff. Thank you. You have likely